Alrighty, we have a Clavinet D6 here with a bad pickup. It's intermittent, and if you press it just right, it plays, and then if you press it the other way, it doesn't play. It was damaged in transit, it got dropped, and I don't know if the camera can see it. There's a small crack at this end in the plastic, and that's where the break in the wire is. It's internal to the pickup. Now I want you to know, if you put an oscilloscope across the pickup with the leads, with the wire leads unsoldered, on a normal pickup you'll get approximately 250 millivolts or more, depending on whether a cord has been hit. Single notes should get you about 250, and a little bit more for chords. We're going to remove this pickup and replace it. This is the upper pickup. And the first thing we do is disconnect the wire leads, and then we're going to sit there, and we've already pre-loosened the nuts and the lock washer. You're going to keep the ground wire intact, and what we're going to do is take the pickup out of the chassis itself on the D6. Still having some difficulty getting that nut off. There we go. Try not to lose the hardware in the unit itself, which I may have done. There we go. And then the wire itself is removed. This is a piece of like masking tape. You're going to want to remove the wire from it. You don't want to do anything to that end right there. You're going to have to unsolder this from it. That's the shield. Now normally, if you have a question about whether the pickup is making any contact or not, you can sit there and use the ohm scale on the meter. And in this particular case, between the two ends of the pickup, see, this reads open. That reads overload at the present time. And if that's pushed together just right, and I'll try to do it so that the pickup is enabled. Oh, no, it won't. Okay. It should be a value lower. And this is a case of where the wire breaks off. This is where it was fractured in transit. And these things, when they get old, become very, very fragile. And there's nothing you can do with them. This is a replacement pickup. And it is similar to what we have on the original. The ground and shield is going to be left alone. They've painted the wire red here to show phase, and this is the part that actually goes down across the strings. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the wire back where it is, and then what you're going to have to do is to sit there and splice this onto the red wire. You have to use some shrink sleeving. So we're going this particular pickup measures about a little over 1,000 ohms, and if you want a quick way of measuring the pickup on the bottom, you can unsolder the black wire coming from the pickup, and the red and yellow are the pickup itself, and if you measure them with your ohm meter, you'll see it measures 208 approximately, and that's for the original pickup. Now if you have another aftermarket pickup, it might be a little different, since some of the ones that are sold are wound differently, and they may have slightly different bass characteristics. One of the things we're going to do is hook this thing up and make sure that it is operational. And first thing we have to do is to strip the leads and get some sleeving on there. And we're going to do this, you know, so it doesn't short out. So you get some shrink sleeving. I suggest the stuff that's goes down to about a 32nd of an inch or 3/32. As thin as you possibly can get. You want to sit there and twist the wires together. See if we can do this without fraying anything. I don't know if it's possible. I want to move my thumb. The camera can see it better. The wires are twisted together. And then what we're going to do is we're going to solder it. And it always helps if you have something underneath. You don't want to burn any keys or do anything weird to the keyboard. So now that we've got this connection soldered, on this particular keyboard, we'll have to take the sleeving and move it back. Part of it is already shrunk. I'm going to apply the sleeving. This time we're going to do it the smart way. We're going to sit there and push it farther away from the joint. Twist them together. Oh, it didn't work, did it? Try it again. Yeah, that sounds better. And we're going to have this soldered. We'll wait till that cools before we attempt to sleeve it. Run the sleeving over it. And then shrink the sleeving. Now you want you to know that on this particular pickup, since it uses a wire lead, you can go to the bottom to check the continuity between here and the other end. So it's not like you don't have the ability to do so. You should choose any pickup that you can get available that has the characteristics you want. Like some of them have better bass than others, and they're wound a little differently. But if it's made for the clavinet, that'll do. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put this back in place. All right, so we've got the pickup in, you know, and the nuts are in here. You don't want to over tighten these nuts. That'll crack the plastic. You just want them snug, and that's all. You want some degree of latitude. And we're going to we have to make sure this clears, you see. So in this case, the wire is going to have to go on this side. And it appears that pickup is running. All the positions work. And that concludes